Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Roundup. We've got a decently sized haul of Marvel books, well, beyond decently sized. So let's get we already got started on it, but let's continue on with Spectacular Spider-Man number 12. So where we left off, Spider-Man were along with some help, were um, training a young woman with powers in the use of her powers, with the admittedly with the idea of her hopefully becoming a hero. She's picked out a name even, Elementary, but she can turn into either water, air, fire, or earth. Hence the name. Also, the Electros are we're fighting with one another for the right for each of them for them to use the name, and they figure, if one of them kills a Spider-Man, that'll do it. Their attempts have failed miserably, and it seems they have taken some bait and got the unwilling assistance of Dr. Curtis Connors, the Lizard. So the issue opens in the present with Curt Connors not lizarded up, and Martha Connors talking about the fact that their son has been kidnapped. In the past, at the Coffee Bean, the coffee shop that Miles and Peter frequent, Ben Grimm is drinking, well, what Spider-Man is trying to get named as a Parker. But, and he's going to be training or working with Elementary. And turns out that she can not just take on a dirt form, but make it into a rock form. Then she works with her fire form as well. We also see her being trained by Arrow in her air form, and Wave in her water form. But the thing, she tosses a boulder at her. She catches it. Admittedly, Ben wasn't really sure she was going to catch it, but, well, she did. And he tells her to shatter it. Tells her and to say it's clobber time. The thing is, though, she does. And then it turns out that she can reform it using the connections between the fragments, or the shards of the boulder, or being able to see them, and then just get them back together. And Ben tells her that she just might be one of the most powerful beings he's ever encountered. With, I think, it's one of the Spider-Man pointing out that Ben's met Galactus. But the spiders are on patrol with Elementary, and Turk Barrett has snatched someone's purse, made some excuses. I've got some thoughts on this plot point, on this particular point in the issue, but basically it feels like it's written to be a trap, but Turk being the bait for a trap. And at the Coffee Bean, she shows off. Elementary shows off some of her what she can do with her powers, and there are others who are working, who are other heroes who've been recruited to help train Elementary. First off is Adam Blackveil, aka Night Mask, and we've got Sha Shen Wen, Sister Sun. Also, Squirrel Girl gets involved. Then Kamala shows up and is talking with Miles, and Miles has something he kind of wants to tell her, but kind of doesn't want to tell her. Basically, in the Arcadium, his fantasy there, he was in a relationship with Kamala, and he's sort of hemming and hawing about this a bit when his girlfriend, Tiana Toombs, aka Sterling, shows up. And then while talking with the hero Bluebird, Shay, Peter's potential girlfriend, not really sure, especially not sure on that score. In the present, Elementary in her human form is talking with the girl that kind of was the person who was kind of the catalyst of her powers manifesting. And Ricky Lund and his girlfriend shows up and is seemingly a bit jealous of the potential time the time that as it's with Elementary. However, at that moment, power goes out in Coffee Bean. It starts to come back on, and then it's out, and both Peter and Miles give the familiar spider sense buzz. The Electros are there. They try and web up the Electros, but apparently their webbing is not as insulated as Peter and Miles would have thought. And they get zapped, but Elementary lends a hand. And there's talk of what seems to be the potential for Electro and Electro becoming a couple. And they're kind of hinting that they're I guess, jabbing each other about this. But Elementary gets knocked out. Then I I don't think it's Anna, but one of the patrons of the Coffee Bean runs out to check on Miles, Peter, and Anna. However, the lizard shows up and attacks the Electros. It looks like it's Marshall Connors having manifested a less hybrid, more just lizard form. And that is where the issue ends. And it's noteworthy that this is it's been a year of the series. Hopefully get more of it. I'm currently liking the series, so. But anyways, moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got Spider-Boy number 15. Where we left off, Spider-Boy was involved in the Golden Maws tournament for the Golden Fang. Basically to try and make sure that Bullseye and his partner in crime, Spider Girl, don't get the prize. So the issue opens with Daredevil and Spider-Boy fighting Bengal and Tigress. They win. Bengal and Daredevil are complimentary of each other, but Tigress is not too fond of the fact that they lost to Spider-Boy. Hulkette then continues the rivalry between Spider-Boy and them. But Spider-Boy and Spider-Girl talk, and it seems that, and Spider-Boy tries to warn Maka about the fact that, Bullseye's a psychopath. He's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy at all. We get a flashback to a point when, I guess apparently this was the first time that Spider-Girl met Spider-Boy. She got his powers and memories and his thoughts, so she really had to work on expelling Spider-Boy's thoughts from her head. With Bullseye being there, it was kind of easy to focus on Bullseye rather than Spider-Boy. But the powers stuck around for a while. The next fight is Bullseye and Hulkette versus the Sisters of Stone. One of the Sisters of Stone bloodies Bullseye's lip, so he basically hawks a loogie of blood in her eyes. And Spider-Girl makes eye contact with one of the members of the Gaping Maw and gets their abilities and wins the fight soundly. All while Spider-Boy's constantly asking about what the stakes really are. And Bailey gets a flash of one of his Spider-Sense premonitions. When he touches Spider-Girl's bracelets, showing that apparently Bolt is going to kill Spider-Girl. Back in New York, Bailey's mom is having coffee with Christina. And it turns out that the cat that Bailey's mom was merged with when she was a humanimal is basically now her cat, and they can communicate with one another. Likely because they were merged for so long. But Boy Spider is watching from a building, and likely, presumably, to planning to basically make Bailey's mom his mom. Back in Madripoor, the final match: Daredevil and Spider-Boy versus Bullseye and Spider-Girl, and the Gaping Maw members are told to turn their backs, basically make sure that what happened with the Sisters of Stone can't be repeated. But so Daredevil and Bullseye and Spider-Girl switch opponents. So it's going to be Daredevil versus Spider-Girl, and Bullseye versus Spider-Boy. Bullseye removes Bailey's backpack and uses it to beat on him. Spider-Girl attempts to copy Spider-Boy or Daredevil's powers and abilities. Only she can't look him in the eye. The issue ends with Daredevil yielding to Bullseye and Spider-Girl. Though the Spider-Boy hasn't. And that is where the issue, like I said, that's where the issue ends. A fun little thing. And I'm guessing, thinking back more on the appearance by Turk in Spectacular Spider-Man, or Spider-Man, I believe, I kind of get the feeling that was probably Turk being utilized to gather intel for the Electros. That would be my guess, but I didn't mention it. So, but anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock hard.